Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Manimekalai Ravichandran, working as Assistant Professor and Head, Department of Botany, Sri Parashakti College for Women, Kutralam. I shall be sharing with you all a presentation on natural dyes and natural fibers. I have been experimenting with application of natural dyes on natural fibers for the past 18 years, and I want to share this presentation with you all. So I think I'll get started. Planet Earth, everything is beautiful and colorful, especially all the life forms. Colors signify many processes. For example, the flower petal becomes brightly colored to attract the pollinators. The skin of the fish changes during the breeding season. The mango skin becomes colored to signify or to indicate that it is ripe enough. And the use of natural colors or natural dyes dates back to the prehistoric times, wherein man started cave painting or cave drawings of whatever he saw in and around himself, and the materials used were naturally available as plant or animal sources or even soil or mineral resources. And this is a crystalline form of various synthetic colors, and there are more than 7,000 different synthetic colors till date, which gives you many shades and many array of colors. But still, these synthetic dyes are very harmful because they cause environment problems, pollution, and ultimately when the effluents discharged from the dyeing units reach the water bodies, it is not safe for use. And in the recent past, the state of Tamil Nadu has witnessed the closure of about 1,800 dyeing units which did not have proper effluent discharge mechanisms. And we are reviving back to the use of natural dyes. And as all of us know, nature is the best physician. Organic farming, herbal medicines, natural food, herbal cosmetics, natural therapy, natural drinks, and natural dyes. And natural dyes are coloring substances which are obtained from plants, animals, microbes, and minerals. And till date, there are 400 dye yielding plants which have been documented and recorded. And some of the animals which yield colors are shellfish, worms, insects. And among microbes, bacteria, fungi are also used, and minerals are mainly from mineral resources are obtained from rocks. And dyes, if you take plants, the bark of certain plants yield coloring materials. Example, Acacia concinna, Cassia fistula, Casuarina equisetifolia, Mimosops LNG, Psidium guajava, Terminalia cebula, and Pterocarpus santallinus. And this is a dye obtained from Pterocarpus santallinus. If the bark is chopped off, a scarlet red color dye is seen oozing out. Dyes are obtained from wood also, Ectocarpus heterophyllus, Caesalpinia sappan, Hematoxylon campechianum. Again, Pterocarpus, the wood also yields a dye, and the Edinanthera pavonina. And this is a piece of cloth dyed with Hematoxylon campechianum, giving a purple colored dye in alkaline medium. These are the flowers and pods of Caesalpinia sappan, and the heartwood of sappan plant gives a bright maroon color dye in water. And these are cotton yarns dyed with Caesalpinia sappan. An array of a maroon color to orange color is obtained by just altering the pH of the dye bath while the dyeing process. Dyes are obtained from root and rootstock also, Berberis vulgaris, Curcuma domestica, Morinda tinctoria, Oldenlandia umbellata, and Rubia cardifolia. And Berberis and Curcuma give a bright yellow color dye, including Morinda, while Oldenlandia and Rubia cardifolia yield a maroon color or brown color dye. Dyes are also obtained from leaves, Adathoda vesica, Indigofera tinctoria, Lawsonia inermis, Eclipta alba, and Tamarindus indica. Of this, the most important one is Indigofera tinctoria. Besides the leaf, the entire whole plant is used for obtaining the blue dye. And this is again an imprint of eucalyptus leaves on a piece of cloth. And indigo dye is obtained by mainly fermentation process, and these are earthen pots which are used wherein the entire plant is used for obtaining the blue color dye. And while the fermentation process, a natural source of starch, that is cassia tora seeds, are used in the indigo fermentation process. And these are the cotton yarns dyed with indigo. And indigo dyeing involves either hot dyeing method or cold dyeing method, and preferentially cold dyeing method gives the best results. And these are also certain garments dyed with indigo largely, and bixa and ventilago, and most of the naturally dyed products are of export potential. And these are the indigo dyed jeans. Dyes are obtained from flowers also. Butea monosperma, Cosmos bipinnatus, Erythrina indica, Helianthus annuus, Michelia champaca, Nyctanthus, and Thespecia. These are some of the flower petals, as I mentioned, which yield dyes. And these are silk yarns dyed with natural colors, starting from Bixa oralena, and these are the shades obtained from Acacia catechu, and this is dyed from Caesalpinia sappan. This is turmeric, and this is again Acacia catechu, and this is indigo, this is henna, and this is ventilago. Dyes are also obtained from fruits and fruit rinds. Eagle marmellus, Arica catechu, Emblica officinalis, Mellotus philippinensis, Trappa bispinosa, and Terminalia jebula. Dyes obtained from seeds include Bixa oralena, Canna indica, Gossypium herbaceum, Strychnos nux vomica, and Trigonella phenuum gracium. And these are some of the dye sources, as I told. The rind of pomegranate, these are Bixa seeds, this is Terminalia cebula, this is Ventilago bark, and these are the Cassia tora seeds used in fermentation dyeing of indigo dyeing, and this is Areca nut, and these are dried hibiscus flowers. And besides this, onion peel and pomegranate rind obtained from household waste are also sources of dyes. And these are the seeds of Bixa oralena enclosed in the fruit capsule. And it gives a orange to bright red color dye. The dye is extracted in alkali medium. And the same color dyed with silk cloth. This was in a workshop demonstrated to college students. Dyes are also obtained from the mushrooms. And natural dyes are used to color cotton, silk, wool, mat fibers, jute, leather, food, and medicine. And my focus of interest was largely on mat fibers. These are woolen cloth pieces dyed with natural colors. And before dyeing, there is a process of bleaching wherein the yarns are bleached before the dyeing process. And again, bleaching is done using natural sources like soap nut. And these are naturally dyed cotton yarns, again with ventilago bark, Bixa oralena, and these are Nyctanthus corolla tubes and Caesalpinia sappan. Again, the demonstration given to the general public, and these are Palmyra leaf strands. And in southern states, the Palmyra leaf strands are largely used for making handicraft products. And the same leaf strands have been dyed with turmeric, Nyctanthus, and Caesalpinia sappan. And these are bamboo strands, and paintings have been done using natural colors. And while in natural dyeing process, to obtain brighter shades and to give a strong binding, some of the sources are used, say for example, very low concentration of alum, copper sulfate, ferrous sulfate, and sometimes small pieces of soap also to get the alkali medium. These are wooden toys naturally colored, baskets made of cotton and plant fibers, naturally colored. This is a shawl naturally colored, and this is a small piece of table mat made of banana fiber and naturally colored with henna. And these are the silk mats I was talking about. There is a small town in Tirunelveli district called Pathamadai, and this has gained a world fame for producing superfine silk mats. The mats are referred so because they are so soft and pliable that they can be folded and rolled. So the mats are made from Cyprus pangorei, and the count of the mat is 140 to 150. The mat count is a number which is given while the weaving process that decides the fineness. And the same mat fibers are dyed with Caesalpinia sappan, and the solution obtained so was tested in the laboratory for pH. Varying the pH also alters the color shade. These are again matte fibers, undyed and colored with Caesalpinia sappan. And more than 10 to 15 different color shades have been obtained using natural colors and tested on matte fibers. They are very fast and persistent even till date. And the demonstration was given to the mat weavers. And after dyeing the mat, I was interested to check what happens to the dye, whether it remains on the surface or gets deep inside. And this is a cross section of the dyed fibers examined under the microscope. And the yellow regions show these are the fibers in the tissues which take up the colors. So this is dyed with Caesalpinia sappan. Again, it is under fluorescent microscope. Some of the dyes even show fluorescent properties. And this particular superfine silk mat was dyed with Caesalpinia sappan, and while weaving the mat itself, the designs are engraved, and because of which the natural dyes being used in mat weaving. Miss Khatija Bibi, she won the National Award of Master Craft Person, and during a ceremony they were awarded by the former President APJ Abdul Kalam. So uh, natural dyes are in use now, if not to a larger extent, at least to a minimum extent. At least in handicraft industries and some of the textile industries have started using natural dyes, and one should promote the use of natural dyes. And if not, they cannot completely replace the synthetic dyes, but they can be used as a small supplements to solve environmental issues. Thank you.